How does security monitoring work, and what are its benefits for businesses?
All right. Yep. All right. So I'll kind of change that question a little to video security monitoring. So a lot of security monitoring in the past has been the control room gets an alarm, they then call the after hours, you get a phone call 2 o'clock in the morning, and you go, okay, send a patrol. They then send a patrol. That's 45 minutes for a patrol at roughly about $80. And then the patrol gets there and nobody's there at that point in time. And hopefully they can see if the site's been broken into. It's dark, they're not familiar with the site, they miss things. Video verification, or RVR in some cases, is where we're taking video feed from the camera, we're lining up in the back end. This zone aligns with this camera. Preferably, we want those zones, so the PIR or the camera as the PIR, we want them to have the same field of view, right? So you don't want it to be something where a detector is going off, but then you have a camera on the other side and the camera can't see because you have racking in between those two. We want the same field of view between the camera and the PIR. The alarm comes through to the control room. The control room then gets the footage for that alarm. There's some really cool things here. Patriot, which is a software base for control rooms, does a lot of really cool things with this. I know bigger companies like SMC do some crazy things with RVR as well. And then Permacon also has like a self-monitoring version of this as well too that you can do through your phone. But when you get the alarm, they get the camera footage directly with that. All right, so the next step of that, if the control room gets the alarm and they can see somebody breaking in, at that point in time, they can send the police. They don't need to call you and wake you up and say, what do you want to do? They can go call the police, tell the police, hey, there's somebody in a blue hoodie that is breaking into this site. Here's the address. Please go arrest them. Now, the control room at that point should, if they do to that point, they will actually call you and say, hey, the police are on the way. You would probably want to go down there and check it out, blah, blah, blah. But it's a much better response than the old school just, all right, we'll send a patrol and in about 45 minutes, somebody will get there and check it out. So for I work with different people, with Global Zone in particular, which is one of the bigger companies that I help run. We have actually a really good record of catching bad guys, which is almost unheard of in security monitoring. And that is simply due to video verification. It also helps with things like duress alarms and fire alarms, making that crisp and quick. So that's another thing to add in there. All right, let's go on to the next question.